Hey everyone, today we're going to be taking a look at some of my favorite personal item bags in 2025. Whether I'm traveling domestically or internationally, these are the bags that I'll carry onto a flight with me and place under the seat in front of me. And sometimes that's the only bag that I'm traveling with if I'm going a little more minimally, and sometimes I'll pair that with a roller bag. Regardless, I'm always looking for bags that have a good mix of durability, comfort, and functionality. And I know that no two trips are the same. Everybody has different travel preferences, and also airlines are constantly changing the limits of what they allow as a personal item bag. And so there's no one bag that's gonna be perfect for all those situations. But in this video, I wanted to share a variety of the bags that I've had good experiences with on my trips to hopefully give you a good starting point if you're looking for a personal item bag in 2025. So really excited to dive in. Before doing so, I want to give a shout out to the sponsor of today's video, Unbound Merino. I've been a big fan of their travel clothing for a number of years now, and I'll talk a little bit more about them in a minute. And also, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Danny, and on this channel, we love reviewing popular travel and everyday carry gear. If you like these types of videos and you'd be interested in seeing more, please consider subscribing, as it helps the channel out a lot. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump in. Whether you're looking for a bag that can work as a personal item on international flights, or that can even work as a minimal travel bag all on its own, one of the most versatile options is the Evergoods CTB20. I've always been a fan of the CTB26, and last year when the CTB20 was announced, I was very excited to have that same layout in a more daily carry friendly size. And it's been fantastic to use this over the past few months. The smaller size did not impact the functionality at all. You still, of course, have Evergoods' typical minimal aesthetic that's just gonna work well across a number of environments. Really nice materials here, the 420D HT9 line, which I've always had great experience with. YKK zippers, you have a couple of handles, one at the top, one at the side. Still have the dual external water bottle pockets, which is always helpful. And then the 20-liter capacity is deceptively spacious. This doesn't look like a huge bag, and one of the biggest benefits is the height. It's a little bit shorter, which is what helps it meet some of the requirements on international airlines, but it can still hold a good amount. And so it offers a nice balance. You still have Evergoods' typical harness system, which I'm a fan of, so good padding on the straps, breathable back panel, good padding there. You have the contouring shoulder straps. You have the luggage pass-through, which is what makes it great if you want to pair it with a roller bag. And then you have the layout, which is one of the most functional of any bag. You have the quick access pocket on the front with plenty of volume for something like an Evergoods Civic Access Pouch 1/2 liter. This is one of my favorite pockets across any bags. Then you have the top quick access pocket, which is where I typically have my sunglasses, my AirPods. You have the dedicated laptop compartment that is padded, suspended. It works well with the luggage pass-through. You have the front quick access pocket with some internal organization. Everything has its own dedicated volume. And then the clamshell style opening, which is gonna be able to handle packing cube. Here I have my typical minimal travel setup with dock kit, extra pair of shoes, and a larger compressible packing cube. All of that fit in there comfortably without the bag feeling like it's stuffed. You have the slip pocket on the back, and then a couple of zippered mesh pockets on the lid if you want to separate your stuff. So this is a layout that I've talked about a bunch on the channel. And if you're looking to invest in a reliable kind of carry-on friendly size, this is definitely going to be one of the first options I would recommend. Regardless of the type of bag that I'm using, one thing that always makes my trips better is traveling with less. And one of the best ways to do that is to use the right type of clothing, which is where the sponsor of today's video, Unbound Merino, is a lifesaver. They are experts at making clothing that uses merino wool. Merino wool is very popular in the travel community because it has a lot of properties that make it easy to pack less while you're on the road. And so merino wool clothing is going to be antimicrobial, so you can wear it for more days without having to wash it. It's not gonna smell too bad. And then it's wrinkle resistant. It's also temperature regulating. So if you're in a hotter climate, it's gonna be breathable. If you're in a colder climate, it's gonna help keep the temperature on the inside. If you need to wash it, it's gonna dry fairly quickly. So all of these things are very important when you're trying to reduce the number of clothing items that you're gonna be taking with you. And not all merino wool is created equal. And this is one of the areas where Unbound Merino has stood out to me over the years, as their clothing has been not only durable and versatile, but very comfortable. And so I absolutely love their shirts. I have some of their t-shirts. They have long sleeve Henleys, polo shirts, button down shirts. So they kind of have a really nice capsule wardrobe that will mix and match across all of its different pieces. They have shorts, they have travel pants. And if you're looking to build out the type of wardrobe that will take you into a lot of different environments, whether it's something that's a little bit nicer and dressier or more casual, then I definitely recommend you check out Unbound Merino's site. I have a link in the description below to some of the options that I think are definitely gonna help make your trips better. The Aer City Pack Pro was already one of my favorite bags of all time, and Aer really took it to the next level with the updated edition. You still have the classic kind of techie modern styling that Aer has on their bags, really sleek. And then you have ballistic nylon on the exterior, super rugged, offers nice amount of weather resistant YKK zippers. And with this updated edition, you have some great upgrades. You have 2 handles on the sides now in addition to the top handle, dual external water bottle pockets, which is just an excellent update from the previous version as well. And then the bag is able to stand up on its own comfortably and comes in at about 24 liters, which is a really great kind of all-purpose size. This is able to work great as a daily bag. It can work well as a personal item. It can still fit under the seat on many airlines. There's also the City Pack, if you want something a little smaller that's gonna be better for some of the strictest airlines. Regardless, this is gonna offer a nice amount of capacity. And then Aer's harnesses have always been one of my favorites, and you have just the same comfort here, great padding on the straps, on the back panel, nice breathability. And then one of my favorite updates is the luggage pass-through now has an orientation that allows the bag to stand up so that you can easily get to your laptop when it's resting on your luggage. And then you have a great organizational layout. On the front, you have a zippered pocket that has enough space to hold something like some charging cables. I have my USB-C hub in there. And then above that, you have another quick access area that has a good amount of volume. I was able to place my sunglasses with their case in there. You have some internal organization as well, slip pockets, zippered pocket, and then you have an excellent quick access pocket at the top. So here I have my AirPods and my charging cable. And on the back, you have the dedicated laptop area. Very easy to get to your device. You have a sleeve that's gonna be a good spot for your tablet or a notebook, documentation. And then on the back, you have a well padded and suspended laptop sleeve. I like that the sleeve itself is well padded. It's gonna be able to handle a 15 or 16-inch laptop. Currently, I have my 14-inch MacBook Pro in here. You can see how easily that fits. So really, really great protection on the laptop area. And then for the main compartment, you have the clamshell style opening on the Pro version of the City Pack. Plenty of space here. Civic Access pouch, 1 liter again, pack and cube from Peak Design. And on the inside here, you have a slip pocket on the back and a couple of zippered pockets on the lid, as many of these clamshell bags have. So really just offering a nice variety of organization and functionality all throughout. And it just continues to be solidly built, great style. The updated edition has some great upgrades. And if you're looking for an all-purpose tech and EDC backpack that's gonna be travel friendly, this is gonna be one of the best options to take a look at. The updated edition of the Bellroy Transit Workpack has the company's typical sleek, modern style, very solid materials. I really like the nylon and YKK zippers that Bellroy uses on their bag. And so it's just got a very clean exterior that's gonna blend in well to a lot of different settings. This is particularly nice for a professional setting. This is one of my favorite work travel bags. And then the capacity on this is gonna be around 20 liters, and it's a really spacious 20 liters given the layout of the bag. So it doesn't look too big, but it can hold a pretty good amount of stuff. And then on the exterior, you have a nice carrying handle at the top, and you have an external water bottle pocket, which isn't always present on some of Bellroy's bags. So nice addition here for the people that like having that external access to a water bottle or an umbrella. On the back, you have a comfortable harness system, really nice, well-padded straps. They have an almost gel-like feeling. And then there's no sternum strap included with this edition, but I think that's okay for the capacity of this bag. Same thing on the back panel, very robust padding that feels super nice, well distributed. And you also have a luggage pass-through so that you can rest this on a suitcase while traveling. And then as far as the layout, pretty simple organization. You have a zippered quick access pocket on the front, which offers a nice amount of volume, so it's able to hold things like my sunglasses, as well as some charging cables. I have my USB-C hub in here. fits in there without any issue. You have some internal organization here, a couple of pen slots, and then a little lanyard with a clip for your keys. On the back, you have a dedicated laptop compartment, so very easy to access this, which I'm a fan of. You have a tech section at the top that can hold some of your accessories. I have my AirPods, my charging cable there, good spot for a mouse. And then you have a padded and suspended laptop sleeve that's gonna be able to handle a 15 or 16-inch laptop. You can see here I have my 14-inch MacBook Pro, fits in there, no problem. So I love how easy it is to get that in and out for a travel-focused bag. And then the main compartment is pretty much clamshell opening, opens flat for easy packing. And then even though it's not a huge bag, it can hold a good amount. So again, I have the Civic Access Pouch 1 liter here. I also have a Peak Design compressible packing cube. And here you can get a better sense. On the back, you have an elastic slip pocket, good for tablet or notebook, separating out some of your clothing items. You have this little tag for your air tag, you know, it's gonna be hidden. And then on the side, you have another simple slip pocket. And on the lid, you have a zippered pocket that's got a nice mesh elastic material here. So it's gonna be able to hold a variety of types of items. So really like the simple layout of this bag in general. It's able to adapt to a variety of loadouts. And Bellroy does also have their Transit Workpack Pro in a 22-liter size, which would be another solid alternative. But for the purposes of this video and picking a personal item that's a little more compact and simple, I think this is gonna be a fantastic option to consider. The Pakt Daypack has been one of my favorite EDC bags of the past couple of years, and many of the things that make it one of my favorite daily bags also make it a great personal item bag. And so I really like the subdued aesthetic that this has. You know, this is just something that's really simple. It's got a little bit of a functional vibe, but not overwhelmingly so. And it's offered in a couple of different colors. I really like the green version that I have here. The exterior fabrics are very durable. You have YKK zippers. And then I like how the exterior has a good bit of functionality. You have handles at the top, on the sides. You have webbing that's going to allow you to clip on additional accessories. You have external water bottle pockets, one on each side, and these have a good bit of elasticity, and they also have magnets that keep them close to the bag when they're not in use. You have a spot at the bottom to attach a bike light, additional handle here on the bottom as well if you're loading this into a trunk or an overhead storage compartment. So just lots of flexibility with the functionality that's provided. And then it comes in at about 22 liters, which is a really great daily bag size. It doesn't feel overwhelmingly big or bulky, but it could hold a good amount. And then the harness system on this is pretty comfortable. You have well padded straps here. You know, these are gonna be great for wearing the bag for a longer period of time. You have an adjustable and removable sternum strap. The back panel isn't as breathable as I would like. That's probably the one portion of this bag that I have a little bit of an issue with. You do have padding here, but I just wish that it had the same material as the straps. You also have a luggage pass-through so that you can rest this on your suitcase while you're traveling. And then the organizational layout on this is one of my favorites. You have really great quick access pockets on the front with dedicated volume so that you can place bulkier items on the inside even when the bag is more packed out. So my USB-C hub here with some cables, and then quick access pocket on the front. I like this style as you can just toss some items in here. You got the gussets here to prevent it from falling out. I have my sunglasses, and you also have some internal organization here, slip pockets, place for your pen, maybe for larger notebook. I have my AirPods in here, a zippered area on the lid for charging cables, other accessories, have a little lanyard with a clip. And then on the back of the bag, you have a dedicated laptop compartment, so very easy to get to your device while you're traveling. This will be able to hold a 15 or 16-inch laptop. I believe you can see there's plenty of leftover space here. I have my 14-inch MacBook Pro. This is suspended, padded. You also have this little lip here to help prevent your device from falling out. I don't use that too much. And pulling my laptop out, you also have a tablet sleeve that offers a good bit of padding. I have my iPad mini in there, so both of those items are easy to get to and protected. And then this is a top loading bag, but you have a nice amount of space in this main area. Civic Access Pouch 1 liter. Then I also have my Peak Design compressible packing cube, which really kind of reached the limit as far as the width, but I was able to slide it in there. And then very simple layout here. You have some webbing along the back that will pair with, you know, anything that has a clip. Pakt has a set of pouches that are good for configuring this area, but there's a variety of different ones that I've tried out. So Really like the flexibility there, and in general, absolutely love the layout of this bag, the aesthetic, and if you're looking for something rugged that's gonna give you a nice organizational layout, that's gonna be an excellent one to consider. Bihn has an impressive variety of travel-friendly bags. Some of the most popular options in their lineup are their Synik and Synapse line of bags. There's a couple of different sizes that are available. Here I have the Synik 26, which is probably my favorite of the bags that are available, but for a more personal item-friendly size, I might recommend taking a look at the 22-liter version of this bag, which has the same layout. It's just gonna be a little more compact if you want some extra peace of mind if you're traveling on a stricter airline. But for me, the 26 liter is the type of size that I would feel comfortable using as a personal item pretty much anywhere, and being able to fit this under the seat in front of me. And then the build quality on Bihn's bags is rock solid. The version that I have here is ballistic nylon, really nice YKK zippers all throughout. And then the style and form factor of these bags is a little bit more functional and old school, which is part of, just their sort of unique style. I really like the Bihn logo. And then there's lots of pockets, and the bag offers a pretty comfortable harness system. So you have these straps, which have become quite popular in the carry community, almost a gel-like padding. They're edgeless, which means that they're not gonna dig into your shoulders or pinch or anything like that. You have an adjustable sternum strap. There is a removable waist strap included with the bag. And then you also have a nice amount of padding and breathability on the back here. With the Synik line of the bags, you have an included frame sheet, which you can remove, and a luggage pass-through so that you can rest this on a suitcase, which is great for a personal item bag. And then you have, of course, the legendary layout for both the Synik and Synapse bags. As far as the quick access, you have small zippered pocket on the front where I have my AirPods and my charging cable. You have the O-ring system in Bihn's bags as well, which allows you to pair it with their vast ecosystem of pouches and other gear. And then on the back, you have their spin on a water bottle pocket, which is in the middle. This is able to hold a pretty surprising amount of different sizes of water bottles. And so it's an interesting system. I go back and forth on how I feel about it, but it does keep the weight of the bag very balanced. And then you have a nice larger pocket on the front. And one of the things with these pockets which makes them so useful is that they have their own dedicated volume. So this is great for storing something like the Evergoods Civic Access pouch, 1 liter. But here you have, again, O-rings all throughout this compartment. And then you have these dual compartments on the side, independent volume, some built-in organization, pen slots, O-rings, great for holding something like my sunglasses. And then on the other side, a larger slip pocket. I have my USB-C hub here. And you also have a lanyard with a clip attached to allow you to store your keys. You can move this around, and then another slip pocket on the inside here. You have external access on the side to the laptop sleeve. And so I have a 14-inch MacBook Pro, which is probably the easiest size to get in and out for this 26-liter size. If you go with the 22-liter Synik, it's gonna be really tough to get a 15-inch laptop in and out via this section of the bag. I'll take a closer look at the laptop sleeve when we get into the main compartment. And with the Synik line, you have the clamshell style opening. The Synapse is a top-loading bag, but I like that the Synik is a little more travel friendly in that regard. And then you have on the lid, a couple more O-rings, a slip pocket where I sometimes toss my tablet. And then on the other side, you have, typical clamshell layout here. I like that you have compression straps that you can remove. So this is really cool because sometimes you don't want to have all this in the main compartment, and it's nice to just be able to take them off if you're not going to use them. Here I have my Peak Design Pack and Cube, fits in there with no problem for the 26 and the 22-liter size. And then on the back, you have the integrated laptop sleeve. You can access it from the top, which is nice that you have the dual access to this compartment. And this offers a little bit of padding. I always wish that this was more rigid to give you some protection, which is not quite as padded as other laptop compartments. There's a slight gap on the bottom, and it's nice that this material is kind of a nice soft mesh. And here you can see me pulling out my 14-inch laptop. Again, 15-incher would start to feel pretty tight, and so great for smaller laptops and tablets. And it's going to allow you to keep your device separated and easy to access, which is one of the most important things when you're traveling. So really love the layout on this. This is a legendary bag. I've included it in my Hall of Fame roundup of bags. And if you're looking for a bag that's going to give you ultimate organization, a modular ecosystem, and a couple of different sizing options to pick from, then the Synik is going to be an excellent option to check out. The Minaal Daily 3.0 is a super minimal and rugged bag that looks fairly compact but offers a surprising amount of space due to its simpler layout. The exterior here is very subdued, so there's not a ton going on as far as pockets or straps or anything like that, which is going to allow it to blend in very well into a ton of different environments. The build quality here is super solid, and I like that the materials are fairly flexible, which allows the bag to mold around the items that are on the inside and be squeezed down if it's a tighter space or it's not as full. And then on the exterior, you have a couple of really nice handles, one at the top that'll be great for just picking the bag up or hanging it up. You have a really nice carrying handle on the side. It's got a seatbelt-like material, which feels great. And then as far as the capacity, the bag comes in at about 21 liters. But this is a bag that has a pretty compact form factor. It's gonna be fairly slim, even when it's a little bit more packed out, which is just gonna make it great for navigating all those crowded areas, jumping on public transit, pretty much any day-to-day task, while also being great for carrying onto pretty much any domestic or international airline. And then as far as the harness system, the bag is pretty comfortable to wear. This is a fairly simple harness, which is what helps keep the weight and size of the bag a little bit more compact, but you have a nice amount of padding here. You have a sternum strap. A nice thing is that you do have the ability to hide the straps away to give the bag a cleaner look or make it easier to stow it away in various areas, so you can hide those in the back. There is a shoulder strap that's sold separately from the bag if you want to use it in that mode. You have a hidden zippered compartment on the back for something a little bit more sensitive. And then the layout here, very simple. You have a quick access pocket that has a good amount of volume, great for storing something like your sunglasses, chargers. On the inside here, you have an internal mesh zippered pocket to give you a little bit of separation in this area. And so at the moment in this pocket, I have a charging cable for my tablet, my phone, I have my AirPods, and then there is also a little clip with a lanyard for your keys or multi-tool. It's fairly short, but still nice to have a dedicated spot for that. And then on the back, you have a lockable zipper that provides access to the laptop and tablet and tech area. And Minaal still has one of the best laptop and tablet sleeves of any on the market. This is a unique and really awesome implementation. The sleeves are suspended on all sides, and you're able to access them from, when the bag is on its side, if you're holding it like a briefcase, or from the top. And then regardless of which direction you're accessing your devices from, you have a Velcro strap to help keep them in place. This is also adjustable depending on the size of your device. And so accessing from the top, you can reach the tablet sleeve here, and then accessing from the side, you can access the laptop. And so, it works in all the directions, which I think is such a unique system. And then because it's so suspended, and you also have this really nice, almost gel-like material, it really feels like your devices are gonna be very, very well protected while you're on the road. On the other side, you have some additional organization for some of your tech gear. So you have a zippered pocket here that's got a good amount of depth for something like a portable hard drive, your mouse, then some smaller slip pockets here, a taller one for maybe something like a notebook. And then you have this area here that could be good for documentation, e-reader, things like that. You can secure it with this little attachment here. It's got a little buckle to hold it in place. And then the main compartment is also lockable, and it has a clamshell style opening. And I really like the flexibility here. Again, this is what allows you to hold more than you would think given the form factor of the bag. And so opens fully flat on the inside here at the moment. Just have a couple of things to showcase the space. I have the Evergoods Civic Access pouch, 1 liter. And then I have my larger Peak Design packing cube. And then on the inside, you have some additional organization, a slip pocket here on the side that could work for holding a smaller water bottle or an umbrella. And then some zippered pockets on the back, which I don't really use too much, but it's nice to have them for when you need them. Here at the top in this mesh one, I have my USB-C hub with charging cables for my laptop and other devices. So very simple there. There are some attachment points that are meant to pair with some of the accessories in Minaal's ecosystem. There is also a rain cover that is included with the bag. You can stow it away here at the bottom if you want to have some additional weather resistance, and you can leave that at home. You can see that it comes in here into the main compartment a little bit, but all in all, very simple layout, but Super rugged materials, excellent laptop protection, and if you're looking for a bag that's gonna have a super subdued appearance and just give you a surprising amount of functionality, this is gonna be a great one to consider. The Alpaka Elements Pro is a tech-focused day bag with a sleek style. It's offered in a couple of different fabrics. There's an X-Pack version. I have the Exoflux version here, which is a little bit more affordable, but still very rugged. You have aqua-guarded YKK zippers that have the ability to lock on some of the more delicate compartments where you have your tech and other gear. And then this has dual external water bottle pockets, which is always a nice feature and becoming more rare nowadays. You have a nice carrying handle at the top. And then this one is listed at about 26 liters, but as I've talked about in some other videos, this feels closer to a 22 liter bag, I would say 22, 23 liters. But you know, you still have a nice capacity for a bag that you want to be able to use throughout your day without having it feel overly big. It's got a pretty slim profile. And then the harness system on this one is quite comfortable. I'm a fan of Alpaka straps. They have this material on the inside in this patterning, which helps give it a little bit more breathability. I know not everybody is crazy about this style. The straps have a good width to help prevent the bag from digging into your shoulders. Adjustable sternum strap with a magnetic buckle, which is nice so that you can release it quickly. On the back, you have a really well padded and breathable back panel. Good bit of elevation as well. And then you have the luggage pass-through to rest this on your suitcase. So really checking off a lot of the boxes for what I'm looking for there. And then nice organizational layout. You have quick access pocket on the front. This one's a little smaller, but still useful enough for something like a charging cable and a pair of AirPods. You can see that's a little bit tight when the main compartment is filled out, but you have enough volume for those types of items. Then you have a quick access pocket at the top. And at the moment, I'm just using this for my USB-C hub and its related cables, but this is actually a fleece lined pocket, so it's gonna be great for something a little bit more delicate if you wanna store your phone or sunglasses in there. And then you have an admin section on the front. I'm currently just placing some of my bulkier items here to showcase that you do have some volume. This doesn't go all the way down, but still was able to hold my Civic Access pouch 1 liter, my sunglasses case, and then on the back you have a couple of slip pockets, place for a pen or a stylish, a zippered compartment here, and then on the lid some webbing that is meant to pair with Alpaka's ecosystem of gear, as well as a couple of additional zippered pockets. You have a hidden air tag pocket as well. And then moving into the main compartment, this is a top loading bag and the laptop sleeve is integrated into the main area, which I wish it was a separate area, but you have a good implementation here. Nice amount of space in this main compartment. I currently have my Peak Design packing cube that's able to fit in there pretty comfortably. You can see on the inside, simple layout here. You have a padded laptop sleeve and tablet sleeve on the back. I like that the tablet sleeve has soft lining, and then you have some additional webbing here, again, for Alpaka's ecosystem of gear that you can clip on. They have pouches and other things. And then the laptop sleeve here is very protective. You have the soft lining on the back, rigid padding on the sleeve. It's suspended off the bottom of the ground. Plenty of space here for 15 or 16 inch laptop. My 14 inch slides in and out very comfortably. And yeah, it's got a nice layout. I really like the variety of organizational options and the modern techie style. And if you're looking for something durable that's gonna have nice organization, then this is gonna be an excellent option to take a look at. The Almond Oak Expandable Travel Backpack is one of the newest options on this list, and it was designed specifically to work well for carry-on travel. And so you have very lightweight materials. This nylon here feels really nice. It molds around the items that are on the inside. It's gonna offer a decent amount of weather resistance. It's a little thinner than some of the common fabrics that are on travel backpacks, but that's what helps keep the weight down. You also have very smooth working YKK zippers. The aesthetic here is very minimal, subdued, the type of thing that I really like for travel, as it's just not gonna draw a ton of attention to itself. So I really like that. And then, this is a bag that has nice functionality on the exterior, handle at the top. On the side, you have 2 handles and you have an external water bottle pocket. It's not the biggest, but it's gonna offer the ability to hold smaller water bottles, an umbrella, or something like that. And then this comes in at 25 liters and it can expand out to 30 liters. So when it's compressed, it can work well as a personal item bag that'll slide under the seat in front of you. If you expand it out, you might have to place it into the overhead storage, but I really like the flexibility that it provides. And then on the back panel, you have a pretty well padded harness. This is one of those things where you start to see some of the trade-offs for the weight, but you do have some padding here that makes the bag easy to wear. You have padding on the back, a sternum strap with a magnetic buckle, which I really like. And then you have a luggage pass-through that has the bag oriented in a vertical manner, which I'm always a fan of, which allows you to access the laptop compartment easily. And then as far as organization, you have a nice quick access pocket on the front. The layout here, I believe, is gonna change for the final production run. I have some internal organization here, but I believe that that's all gonna be combined on the production version. Regardless, you have a nice amount of space here, even for bulkier items. I have my USB-C hub and my sunglasses in here, and those are able to fit comfortably in this compartment. And then you have a nice simple pocket on the side that's a little bit more hidden, kind of blends into the bag. This is meant to hold your phone or maybe a portable battery or something like that. And then you have a dedicated laptop compartment. I really like that it's separate from the main area, making it easy to access your devices while you're traveling, especially when combined with the luggage pass-through. And so you have padded sleeve for your tablet and your laptop. I have my iPad mini in there, and then this should be able to hold up to a 15 or 16 inch laptop. Currently my 14 inch fits in here very comfortably. This is suspended off the bottom of the ground and also padded and lined with fleece. So really great implementation there. And on the inside, you also have an additional zippered pocket, the nice elastic mesh for tech accessories. I have my charging cable and my AirPods in here at the moment. And then moving into the main compartment, you have a suitcase style opening, which is very travel friendly. And so you have easy visibility into this main compartment. I was able to hold my Evergoods Civic Access pouch and my Peak Design packing cube with plenty of leftover space. This is the area where it would expand if you want to give yourself that extra volume. With the zipper, comes around, opens up, and then you have that extra capacity in this main area. You also have an additional zippered section that will be great for separating out a jacket or other clothing items. So really love the layout and the functionality that's been included here, how thoughtfully everything was done to make this optimized for carry-on lightweight travel. Another one that this reminds me of is the Osprey Daylight 26+6, a great similar bag, but if you have the option to pick between the two, I would definitely take a look at this one, particularly with the price point that it's available at the moment. Rework is a company that's been getting a lot of attention for their sling bags, but to me, their Reset backpack is one of the most underrated options on the market. I've been super impressed with the functionality that this bag includes and the price point that it comes in at. This exterior fabric is ballistic nylon. You have aqua-guarded YKK zippers, lots of functionality on the outside, webbing on the exterior that pairs with their ecosystem of pouches. You have dual external water bottle pockets, compression straps with magnetic buckles. You have a nice handle at the top and handles on the sides. And this comes in at about 22 liters, so really great daily bag size, not too big, great for carrying onto a variety of airlines. And then the harness system on this is also gonna be comfortable, well padded. You have really breathable straps, and you have the sternum strap that's included. One of the most unique aspects is you have the ability to fully remove the straps, and so that can be helpful for repairs and such. And then the back panel is also very well padded. You have a nice amount of breathability, elevation, and a luggage pass-through with a vertical orientation. And then you have a nice organizational layout, an admin compartment with some built-in organization here. Nice amount of volume. It goes all the way down. You have lots of slip pockets and slots here, and just volume to store bulkier items. My USB-C hub with its cable. Place my sunglasses here at the top. You have a tall slip pocket on the back for something like a tablet. Then you have some additional pocketing on the front here. Slip pockets with a nice material. You have a zippered mesh area for smaller items. I have my AirPods, my charging cable, and then you have a dedicated laptop compartment on the back with some additional pocketing, and it's got a padded and suspended sleeve. Very easy to get your device in and out. 14-inch MacBook fits in here comfortably. You can fit something a little bit larger. Rework also sells a separate laptop sleeve that you can add for extra protection if you want, but I think that this sleeve does the job pretty well. And then you have a clamshell style opening for the main compartment, able to hold my Civic Access pouch and my Peak Design packing cube. On the back, you have additional webbing, again, that pairs with the pouches that Rework sells, which are really great accessories as well. And then you have some zippered mesh pockets on the lid. So very common layout on some of these clamshell style bags. And I just really think that this is an impressive feature set for a bag at this price point. It really checks off all the boxes for what I'm normally looking for, with the water bottle pockets, the luggage pass-through, laptop compartment. And so if you're looking for a very durable and modular system, and you also want something that's gonna come in at a pretty good price point, this is gonna be an excellent option to take a look at. Patagonia is another company that has a couple of great day bags that can work well for travel. I'm a big fan of their black hole line of backpacks, but I've actually been really impressed with the versatility of their Refugio line. The 26 liter in particular is a size that works well on a variety of airlines. It's able to hold an impressive amount without looking super big, which is one of the things that I'm always, keeping an eye out for this type of bag. And then you have a solid exterior fabric, kind of a ripstop nylon that's gonna offer a nice amount of weather resistance. You have dual external water bottle pockets that offer a nice amount of space, compression straps that you can use to tighten the bag down or just secure other items, a couple of attachment points on the exterior, so it has a little bit of a functional vibe, but not overwhelmingly so. And then you have, the very smooth working YKK zippers, nice handle at the top. You have a pretty comfortable harness system, well padded straps, nice amount of breathability. Sternum strap, same thing for the back panel, it's gonna be well padded. And there's no luggage pass-through on this one like the black hole packs, so that would have been a nice addition, but not a huge deal. And then as far as the layout, you have a pretty simple layout here. You have a nice quick access pocket on the front. You can lay the bag down. It's got kind of this duffel style opening, lots of volume here. So if you're placing pouches, jackets, at the moment I just have my tablet kind of resting in here. And then I have my USB-C hub with its cables and my sunglasses, all very easy to get to. And then on the back, you have a compartment that is meant to pair with an included removable laptop sleeve. And so this is one of the interesting things about this bag, is that you have this whole separate laptop compartment. This sleeve is well padded. It's included with the bag, which is nice to see. It has a zippered pocket on the front for some of your tech gear. I have a charging cable there, my AirPods, and then you can access your laptop. Currently I have a 14-inch MacBook Pro in here. You can see there's a little bit of leftover space. It might be slightly tight for a 15 or 16-inch laptop. There is a larger version of the Refugio, which in turn has a larger sleeve. But I think that this is a really cool idea. I wasn't as crazy about it the first time that I used this bag, but I've come to really understand that it's nice to have the ability to remove this if you're not gonna be traveling with a laptop, if you wanna save on bulk, on weight, and then you still have this separate area that can work well for hydration bladder. You have a pass-through or to just store other items. And then you have a spacious main compartment, top loading bag. It's just a pretty big bucket of space. I have the Civic Access Pouch 1 liter. I have my Peak Design packing cube and all that fit in there with plenty of leftover space. And then you can see that this is a bag that's pretty flexible, so it'll adjust to whatever you place on the inside and make it easy to squeeze it into tighter spaces if you need to. So really like, the simplicity of this bag, very versatile. It also comes in at a pretty good price point. And so if you're looking for something durable and that's gonna work well for a lot of different environments, this is gonna be a really cool option to keep in mind. Pioneer Carry's Million Mile collection includes bags that have an aesthetic which in my opinion work well for a more professional setting. These are great work travel companions that are gonna offer a very solid build quality. The nylon that's been included here, it just feels super premium, durable. You have these smooth working zippers that are also meant to be easy to repair. And then you have a really nice carrying handle at the top with the removable sort of functionality there. You have a luggage tag included with these bags, which is a really nice touch. And then there's no external water bottle pockets on the Duration Pack in particular. There are a couple of bags in this lineup. For this video, as far as personal item bags, the Duration Pack felt like a really good fit as it's a little more compact, but it's able to hold an impressive amount with the layout that it has without looking too bulky, and so great as a personal item bag. I also really like their Panda Pack. I've talked about a bunch on the channel. Then you have a comfortable harness system, well padded straps here, very simple, no sternum strap included, good padding on the back, luggage pass-through so that you can rest this on your suitcase. And then the organizational layout is really where this bag stands out to me, with the quick access pockets on the front that have their own dedicated volume, making them very useful. So on this bottom one, I have just my USB-C hub with its cables. You have a little lanyard here where you can clip on some additional things. If you have your keys, slip pocket on the inside. This is meant to work well with Pioneer Carry's pouches. Then you have another quick access pocket here, impressive amount of volume. I have my charging cable, my AirPods. This is also able to hold my bulkier sunglasses case. On the back, you have a dedicated laptop area. And this is not suspended off the bottom of the ground, which I would definitely like to see in a future version. There is some padding and very easy to get to your device when you need to. You also have a sleeve here, which is suspended. I often place my laptop in here. At the moment, I have my tablet with me as well. And so that can handle both of those devices. And then you have a clamshell style main area, which is what allows it to hold a deceptive amount for the form factor of this bag. Civic Access pouch, 1 liter, Peak design, compressible packing cube. And then on the inside here, you have a slip pocket on the back, zippered pocket on the lid. And so really love, the simplicity and the functionality provided here. And if you're looking for a very rugged and more professional looking bag, then I think this is gonna be an excellent one to consider. The Goruck GR1 has been one of my favorite EDC bags for a number of years now. I absolutely love this form factor, and it's now available in a couple of different styles and fabrics. I've talked about the X-Pack editions, the Slick editions, the Heritage Wax Canvas versions. Regardless of the material that they come in, I absolutely love the silhouette of the bag. The 21 liter size is just fantastic for not only daily use, but also as a deceptively spacious minimal travel bag. It maintains a slim profile, but it can hold a good amount while still sliding under the seat on many airlines very easily. And so absolutely love that versatility. It's available in a 26 liter size, but I've always used the 21 liter as I just felt like it worked better for my height and for daily usage. And so the exterior of the GR1s is always very minimal. There are some additions that have the MOLLE webbing along the exterior to allow you to attach additional accessories. This is the Heritage Wax Canvas edition, which is one of my favorites. Maybe not everyone's favorite for personal item use because it's going to be a little bit heavier with the wax canvas, but I think it looks great. You have the leather accenting, the patch on the front to allow you to customize it, and then really nice robust handle at the top. And the harness system on this is always going to be one of the most rugged, particularly for carrying heavier weights. So very, very well padded straps. And then on the back panel, good amount of padding as well. It's not going to be the most breathable back panel, but it still is something that I can wear for many hours on end. I feel a lot of support as I'm wearing it. I don't have to worry about the straps or the bag failing on me in any way. And then you have a simple but very useful layout. On the front, you have the zippered quick access pocket, which doesn't offer a ton of space, but depending on the fabric that you get, you have varying levels of flexibility, and it still gets the job done for what I typically like to store in these pockets. Sometimes I'll toss in my iPad mini, also a good spot for those things that you have in your pockets while going through TSA. This also pairs nicely with slimmer pouches like Goruck's Wire Dop. And then at the top, with many of the newer GR1s, you have the quick access pocket, which is fantastic. Very easy to grab things like my charging cables, my AirPods, mice. Sometimes I'll put my sunglasses in there. And then you have the dedicated laptop compartment on the back, suspended, well padded. It's gonna be able to hold a 15 or 16 inch laptop. And you have the clamshell style main area, which is what allows you to hold so much without it looking super big. And so large open space here. I have the Civic Access pouch, 1 liter, Peak design compressible packing cube. On the back, you have a slip pocket that's elastic. You can use it to hold a notebook, tablet. You have some webbing along the back to attach additional gear. And then you have some zippered pockets on the lid. One is mesh, a little bit larger. This is where I sometimes throw my laptop charger, my USB-C hub. And then you have the top area here, which it doesn't have mesh, but it does have enough volume for something like my sunglasses, even with their bulkier case. So this is a layout I've talked about many, many times over the years on the channel, and I continue to come back to it because it's effective, it's useful, and if you're looking for a bag that's gonna be, really, really high quality and, you're gonna be able to take anywhere, this is gonna be one of the best options to check out. The Timbuk2 Division Pack has been around for a while now, and it's always one of those bags that when I come back to it, I'm surprised by how much I enjoy using it. It's a pretty simple bag. There's 2 versions. There is the Division Pack and the Authority Pack, which is a little bit larger. It has some extra organization, but for this video that's focused on personal items, the Division Pack's smaller size, I think, make it a better fit. Comes in at about 18 liters, I would say, and so it's something that is a solid daily bag. It can fit under the seat on an airline, and it's just a really great silhouette. On the exterior, you have pretty nice fabric that's gonna offer durability, weather resistance. You have one water bottle pocket. On the outside, it's not the most spacious, but glad that there's at least one included. You have a couple of compression straps, which are helpful for attaching additional accessories. Really nice handle at the top. And then the harness system on this one is quite comfortable. This is the deluxe edition of the Division Pack. I believe there's a standard version, which is also comfortable, but this one here, I really like this level of cushioning that it offers. I think it feels great. Good width on the straps, nice elevation, and padding that's well distributed. You have a good luggage pass-through that's going to allow your laptop area to stand up vertically. And then you have a pretty simple layout. You have one quick access pocket on the front. It's a taller pocket that has a good amount of volume, so you can just kind of dump a bunch of stuff in there. I have my USB-C hub, charging cables, and then I also stored my sunglasses with their bulkier case. You have also a nice long lanyard with a clip for your keys. So very simple pocket, no additional organization there. On the back, you have a dedicated laptop compartment that's padded, it's suspended, and offers the right amount of protection for my device. And then for the main area, you have a compartment that is not clamshell per se. It doesn't open fully flat. It's got these gussets that prevent everything from spilling out, but it still provides a nice amount of visibility. And so I have the Civic Access pouch, 1 liter. I have the Peak Design packing cube, and on the back you have a slightly padded sleeve that can work well for a tablet or additional device. And then you have a zippered mesh compartment on the lid that's going to be great for things like AirPods, charging cables, and other accessories that you don't want getting lost in the main area. So even though it's a little bit more simple, I like that it just kind of hits all the boxes for the type of thing that I would need for a tech bag, for a work bag. And if you're looking for something kind of like the Pakt Daypack that's gonna come in at a lower price point, then this is gonna be an excellent option to check out. At about $40, this Ecohub laptop backpack is a really great value as far as a personal item backpack. This is offered in 2 different sizes. Here I have the smaller size, which is something that is gonna work very well as a personal item on pretty much any airline. But even though it's a little bit smaller, that doesn't mean that it's not packed full of features. As far as the exterior fabric, it's got kind of this recycled fabric here that of course is not gonna be as robust as some of the fabrics on more premium bags, but it gets the job done. You have some nice, smooth working SBS zippers, and at 20 liters, it can hold a pretty impressive amount. On the exterior, you have a well padded handle on the side and at the top, and a pretty spacious elastic water bottle pocket, as well as compression straps, which will allow you to tighten the bag down when it's not as full, or if you want to hold additional items on the exterior. And then the bag is able to stand up pretty well on its own, particularly when it's full. On the back, you have pretty comfortable straps and back panel. Again, the padding here is not the thickest, but it's got a nice amount of breathability. It is comfortable. There's no sternum strap included here. You do have this interesting system where you can snap the ends of the straps to the top to help prevent things from flopping around. I haven't used this too much because I had to loosen the straps quite a bit given the smaller size of the bag. Then you have a pretty well padded back panel, breathable. You have a luggage pass through, so really kind of checking off all those boxes that I look for a personal item. And then the organizational layout on this is really solid. You have some quick access pockets on the exterior, zippered quick access pocket that has a pass through for a cable if you want to place a portable battery here, charge your phone while you're on the go. And then you have a larger admin compartment behind that that's got a good amount of space if you want to just toss a few items in there, but it's also got some built-in organization, a couple of slip pockets for pen and other accessories. And then you have a taller zippered quick access pocket that's going to be great for things like notebooks, tablets. This goes all the way down. On the back, you have a dedicated laptop compartment that offers a good amount of padding. You have an elastic strap to help keep your device in place. This is pulled up a little bit off the bottom of the ground, which is nice to see. With this size of the bag, you might be able to squeeze in a slightly larger laptop. I have a 14-incher here, maybe a 15-inch could fit, and if not, I would recommend going with the larger size. A couple of slip pockets in here as well. Quick access pocket at the top, which is going to be great for getting to my headphones and charging cable. And then because this is a more travel focused bag, it also has a suitcase style opening. And so you have a zipper that goes all the way around, you loosen the compression straps, and then you can take a look at the main compartment. So pretty, spacious, simple area for this 20 liters. I just have a couple of pouches and other accessories here at the moment. It's able to handle those pretty well. And then you have a compression strap on the back if you want to use this for a packing cube or some clothing. You have some additional zippered pockets on the lid. So all in all, I was really impressed with the layout, the feature set, and the value that this provides. And if you're looking for an excellent personal item that's going to come in at under $50, this is going to be really tough to beat. I talk about the Fjallraven Raven backpacks quite often on the channel because I feel like they're not only a functional, durable bag, but also a pretty great value. I like that they have a more kind of old school outdoorsy vibe, and then you have a pretty classic backpack silhouette, and you have Fjallraven's G1000 fabric, which is very durable. You have YKK zippers. On the exterior, you have 2 external pockets that can work to hold water bottles. You have a nice handle at the top. And this is offered in 2 different sizes. Here I have the 28 liter size, which is the one that I prefer for the extra laptop compartment, but they also have a 20 liter size that's gonna be a little safer for the stricter airlines if you wanna use this under the seat. I've been able to use this 28 liter as a personal item bag, but it's just closer to the edge as far as the acceptable dimensions, particularly once you pack it out. It can get a little bit bulkier, so you wanna keep that in mind. But regardless, they both offer a nice amount of space. They have an improved comfortable harness system, so you have good padding on the straps, breathable, and then on the back it's now more breathable as well. There's no luggage pass-through included here. I have shown in one of my shorts the ability to add a strap if you want to add a luggage pass-through to it. And then as far as the organizational layout, this is where the bag really stands out to me. You have a great quick access pocket on the front, nice amount of space for my USB-C hub and cables. And then you have a great quick access pocket at the top with a soft lining where I currently have my AirPods and my charging cable. And then you have an admin compartment that has some internal organization that goes down to the bottom pretty much. So I was able to store my tablet in there, slip pockets on the back. I have my sunglasses, and then a couple of zippered pockets on the lid to provide you with plenty of ways to keep your stuff easy to find. Little clip, little lanyard, and then with the larger version of the bag, you have a dedicated laptop compartment, which is one of the reasons I really like it. And so lots of space here, separate slip pocket, and then a padded sleeve that has a soft lining, plenty of space for a 15 or 16-inch laptop. So it makes it easy to get to with that separate area. And then you have a top-loading main compartment. With the 20-liter version of the bag, the laptop is in this main area, so that's something to keep in mind. And then nice amount of capacity here. I have my Civic Access pouch, my Peak Design packing cube. Both of those fit in there easily with plenty of space. And then you have a little zippered compartment on the lid as well. So just really nice layout, love the aesthetic, and if you're looking for a bag with a little bit more of that old school vibe that's gonna be durable and coming at a reasonable price, this continues to be one of the best options to consider. And so that's it. Those are some of my favorite personal item bags in 2025. Hopefully this video was helpful, and if you have any questions on the items that I featured in the video or suggestions for similar bags that I should check out, as always, please let me know in the comments. And I'll make sure to include links in the description below to the dedicated reviews that I've done for the bags that I shared in this video, as well as to some of the other roundups that I've done where I've talked about my favorite one bag travel options, my favorite expandable backpacks, some other great minimal travel bags, and to some of my favorite tech and EDC backpacks of last year. And if you have ideas for other roundups that you'd like to see, definitely let me know about those as well. And I want to thank Unbound Merino again for sponsoring this video. Make sure to check out the link that I've included in the description if you want to see some of the awesome travel clothing that they have in their lineup. And I want to thank you guys for watching and supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any upcoming videos. And we'll see you in the next one.